Hello, and thanks for watching Fishing in Germany. I'm very pleased to say that I finally broke a very long blanking spree. This has been pretty tough over the winter. January started out good with a few chub. Um, I haven't caught anything all February for about a month now, actually, except two roach. I did catch two roach, small ones. I even went last Saturday to a trout pond that's stocked with trout, and I always catch there. And I went with my neighbor. He caught three trout. I caught nothing. I caught a roach. Even catching roach there is easy, and it was tough. But when we arrived, it was actually frozen, totally frozen over. Um, there's kind of like a pier that goes out, and we took a couple big logs and just dropped them. The ice wasn't very thick. Broke a hole in the ice. And then the fire department came. It's a reservoir for fire trucks to fill it with water, and it was like a school for the new firemen. So they're there for hours to load water into their trucks and shoot them with the hose. We asked them kindly to maybe spray it into the lake to melt some of the ice, but they weren't allowed to. But after we actually, my neighbor had luck in that hole we made. It was very difficult because you were getting snagged on the ice. Um, he caught all his trout there. He caught six in total, lost three because he's trying to get them in from it's a pretty high pier, probably about 10 feet up. And yeah, I had a couple bites, but it was really dead for me. By the evening, most of the ice had melted, so it was fishable, but just nothing biting for me, anyways. So yeah, it's like one of those things when you're going, because I go almost every day. This month I've gone pretty much every day. I skipped a couple days when it was raining really hard, and when even afterwards the river was so flooded, the current so strong, it's unfishable. I still tried. Um, I baited the same spot with the can of corn each day for about a week straight, and over the past 4 or 5 days, we've gotten warm weather during the day, but it's still getting really cold at night, like -5, -6 at night, enough to freeze ponds quickly. Um, Yesterday, I went early in the morning. Everything was frosted. It was really cold, and I didn't get a single bite. Probably a couple hours. Came home, had to meet someone to do work on the house, and then around 1:30, I went to the store. On the way back, I had all my gear in the car. Passing by the river, it's like, why not? So I stopped. Was there for about an hour, just ready to give up and pack up. It was dead, and I actually spaced I had two poles. I spaced them apart. One had two maggots on a small number 10 hook, and the other had a pellet rig. Um, exactly this rig here. So it's a pellet on a lasso and a mini boilie on a hair rig, and I had that on a method feeder. Luckily, I remembered to open my drag because I was a good probably like 30 feet away from the other pole where I started to hear the real screaming. I ran over there, and by the time, just when I got there, it stopped screaming, and when I picked it up, it felt loose, and I was like, oh shit, I lost it. That was my chance, finally, and I lost it. Started to reel in, and then, okay, there's something there, and there's something big. Um, when I'm blanking like this, I'll try everything. I switch up the bait, try everything possible. So I was switching between maggots to pop-up boilies to corn, bread, you name it. And then, okay, let's try smaller hooks, shorter hook lengths, all that stuff. And I was changing around so much, I forgot which pole had what on it. And this pole I got the fish on, it's actually a vintage reel. I did a video on it. It's a dam reel made in the 60s. And I had yet really to catch anything on it other than small bait fish. So the line on that reel, it seems in good shape, but I don't know how old it is. Someone gave me the reel. I don't think I ever changed the line. As soon as I felt it's a big fish, and it's not fighting like a bream, it's fighting like a carp, or maybe a big chub, I was thinking, I got it mixed up, and I thought that was the line also with the number 10 hook. And these were pre-made hook links, which I don't trust. So I really took my time and was very careful to play it, but that thing was screaming off, running down the river. A couple times I thought I was stuck in branches, and I was really not expecting to catch it, to be honest. Because the whole time I really thought it was that small number 10 cheap hook that will probably just rip out of the lip or break, or the hook link will break. So I kept the drag very loose, and that reel, for as old as it is, it's amazing. That drag is smooth as butter. So I was able to just keep adjusting the drag. And even early, I saw it surface and saw, okay, that is a big carp. I saw this huge rudder of a tail, and I was like, okay, it's on. I think in total it took a good 10 minutes to catch it. I was very relieved to get it. So, yeah, it's very nice. It kind of pays off because, I mean, you get to the point when you're fishing that much and not catching anything where it's very frustrating to say the least, or just very discouraging. I was getting to the point where I was like, maybe I just don't fish anymore for February. I'll wait till March. Um, it's deceiving. You see the weather get warmer, but you know at night it's getting really cold. And just because the air temperature is hot or warm has nothing to do with the water temperature, especially in a river. So it seems though, because I've tried all the spots possible in this river. I was thinking, okay, I'm just not where the fish are. They're holding up somewhere else. I tried everywhere, no luck. Now it seems like the warmer temperatures coming up. I could see the change just in nature. You know, the plants growing, the ducks becoming active, the cranes are returning from the winter, and now it seems like the carp are waking up. Because last year around March, I was catching a lot of carp in that spot, big ones, and it was great. Um, but yeah, I mean, when you're going through this long blanking sprees, they happen. You just got to pretty much stick to it. Try changing baits, try changing rigs, but if they're not biting, they're not biting. That's fishing. So yeah, I just did a video. It's uploading now. If you want to see how to tie this rig, um, I can't stress enough how effective hair rigs are. If you're carp fishing, they're good for carp, they're good for bream, they're good for chub, they're good for tench. And I've caught weird shit off of them, like perch before and pike even. And also kind of nuisance fish like bleak or rufa, these Eurasian rufa, cowbarsh. But yeah, these are really my go-to rig lately. I've had a lot of luck with corn, but honestly, the last couple of weeks I've been trying with corn a lot on hair rig, all sorts of ways, and nothing. So you just got to kind of keep changing it up and just stick to it. There's going to be times where you just don't catch shit. I was really like, I did not even expect to catch anything. So lately I wasn't even bothering to put on my GoPro to get footage of it. So I didn't get any footage of it until after I caught it, after I netted it, which I'll throw at the end of this video along with a couple pictures. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, if you're want to learn how to tie a really easy, you don't need anything special, just a line, a hook, and pellet bait. I'll show you how to make one of these. You can always add to it with one of these hook aligners. I threw a boilie on as well. You can try a pop-up boilie. I'll put the video at the end in the description, and go ahead and check that out. But that's it. So I won't have a chance to fish today. I had to still sit around while there's being all these repairs done to my house, and I have to go to work in an hour. Maybe after work, but I think it'll be a bit too late. So now I'm hoping the carp return and are hungry. So hopefully they come back and I'll start getting the camera ready next time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. I'll put that link down below where I always log my catches there. That's it for now. All right, I just finally broke a blanking spree all month. I think this is a new PB. I caught this guy on a pellet. I thought this was a size 10 hook that I had on the other line, but it's still a really small hook. So I don't know, I fought this guy for a good 10 minutes, I think. He put up a good fight. I had a pellet and a monster crab boilie, which I've never caught anything on these before. Ooh, he put up a good fight, man. It's been a long time since I got a decent carp here, and this would be one. I think this is a PB here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the hook out and get him weighed and measured.